friends. Welcome back to Fiona's Universe. This week I am going to be keeping track of everything I read and sharing it with you all. I have recently resurrected from a very long-standing reading slump and gotten into a very good rhythm with my reading that I don't think I've found in a while. Like, I'm just reading books a lot faster, a lot more into them, a lot more comprehension going on up in here, and I really want to see how much I read in a week. This week is going to be relatively busy, but I am on summer break now, except for I have graduation next Wednesday, so we'll see how that interrupts my reading. And I do have the market tomorrow, which will eat up most of my day. I work at my crochet business up at a market. But other than that, I should have a lot of spare time to be reading. Today is Friday, and I will be updating you throughout the week on how many pages I read, what I'm reading. I have a TBR lined up. I'm currently in the middle of a book called All Our Hidden Gifts, so I will be finishing that during this video, hopefully, unless I completely fail. And then I'll be moving on to A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime, and if we get through that, because it's a pretty big book, I'm going to move on to The Secret History, likely, or maybe Layla by Colleen Hoover. I hope you enjoy coming along on this week with me, and I can't wait to bring you with me and we can be besties for this week. And always, of course, let's get into reading. I'm currently on page 203, so let's see where I get to on this little reading sprint while my YouTube video uploads. I always listen to the iPhone background noise rain sounds mixed with a playlist of some sort, and I'm gonna be listening to my new favorite playlist, which was made by my friend Fenna. It's for fall girls. Hi friends, I have been reading for a few hours now, and maybe just 1 hour actually. I was reading while my YouTube video posted, and I have that much left. I read 53 pages. I started at 203, I'm now at 256. Anyway, that's my update. Morning friends, it's very early, but last night I read 30 more pages of All Our Hidden Gifts. I'm now at a total of 83 pages down for yesterday, which was Friday. Today is Saturday, I have the market, so I will probably be reading a lot less, but you never know. As you can see, I'm almost done this book, and I'm loving it so far. I would absolutely love to finish this today, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. We'll see. Hi friends, it's much later on Saturday, and I'm reading again. We're starting on page 286. Let's see how far I get. Alright, I'm back. I just wanted to say something that I wanted to say last night, but it was really late and dark in my room. It's that this book is really good for the witchy vibes, for the plot. It's really great, but it's also a very powerful queer story, which I think is awesome because it's Pride Month, and always we should be celebrating queer books, and especially representation in this form. And the main character herself isn't queer, but the author still did an amazing job at making a queer life come alive through her experiences. And there is a lot of homophobia, there's hate crime in here, and it got to me. Like, it made me really angry because this stuff happens, like, for real. And as a queer person, I just want people to read more content like this, to be more aware. And just because we have pretty rainbows everywhere for Pride Month, it doesn't mean that there's not a dark side to being queer, and that living to your fullest potential sometimes comes with consequences. But that's why we need pride the most. That's the importance of pride, and that's what I don't think some people understand these days. Anyway, that was my little rant.
There's a bisexual character in here, which I love because I'm also bi. And a lot of confusion regarding everything, and I just find it very powerful. So this is a great read for queer representation. I just finished the book. I'm reading the excerpt? How do you pronounce that? From the next one, because apparently there's a sequel and gonna be another one after that. I really like it. The ending is satisfying, but I can see why there's gonna be more. I don't know how many pages I've read yet. I'm gonna calculate that in a second, but right now I'm talking to my friend who lent me this book and we're debriefing. Okay, the book is finished. I started today at page 286 and I got to page 381, the last page of the book, and I'm about to go do the math on how many pages that is for today. Okay, the number is in. I read 96 pages today, compiled with yesterday's 83 pages. We are now at a grand total of 178 pages read in the last 2 days for this challenge. And one book. I'm going to start A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime. I don't know if I'm going to do it right now though. I will update you whenever I get to that. Hello from Sunday, if you can hear something. It's the fan. So I finished Other Hidden Gifts last night, and now I'm gonna move on to Layla by Colleen Hoover, which I know Colleen Hoover is controversial, but my sister read this book and she's been really wanting me to read it as well. I started it while on vacation. I think I'm like I'm not even to chapter 1 yet. I'm still getting through the prologues and I don't remember anything, so I'm gonna start over. I have a few tabs in it, but I'm not gonna tab this book. I'm gonna take them out. I'll let you know how far I get. The main reason I chose this one instead of going to A Million Kisses is because it's a lot shorter. It's only 289 pages, whereas that one's like, I think, almost 600, mid 500s. So I'm gonna read this one, and I think I'll be able to get through it relatively quickly. I'll let you know my thoughts when I get a little bit deeper into it. Hi friends, it's much later now, and I am that far into Layla. I really like it so far. I'm on page 76. Let's see how far I get by the end of the night. Hi guys, it's actually Tuesday today, not Monday. I don't think I filmed anything yesterday for this video because I didn't read. I pretty much edited my book the entire day, so there wasn't really any more brain power in here to read. But I'm about to read right now. I'm on page 100 of Layla. Let's see how far I get. I just finished all 290 pages of Layla. Good morning, friends. It's graduation day. I have to go to grad breakfast soon, but I'm gonna start reading this book first because it's kind of stressing me out, so I need to read. We are now at a grand total of 468 pages read this week since Friday. It's now Wednesday, and I'm reading this giant heavy book next. I already know that I'm gonna love this book because there's a playlist in it that is adorable. I've already read this first page on TikTok and I love it, but I guess this is dual POV. I didn't know that, so that's awesome. Okay, I'm 6 pages in. I already don't like this guy. I think his name is Crew. Don't like that name. No offense to all the crews out there. Sounds like something a millennial would name her firstborn son. Anyway, I don't like him. He seems to only want one thing and he's my least favorite type of man. Yeah, he's giving me the ick already. I don't like it. Also, I've been reading a lot of like romance or like mystery type books recently, and this is like a spicy romance already, which I obviously read a lot of, but like it's been a minute and it's like page 6. They're not doing anything, but there's a lot of that, which is fine. I like that, but this man, don't like him so much. Hi friends, it's much later now on Wednesday, and I'm about to read a little bit more. I just got home from my school where I had a grad breakfast, and now I'm gonna read a little bit before I have to get ready for graduation. Hi friends, so it is now Thursday and I have graduated high school yesterday, so that's awesome. I only made it to page 24 of A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime yesterday. That's all I had time for. And honestly, this is not gripping me like I thought it would and like I hoped it would. I'm really hoping that I change my mind as I get deeper into it, but it's honestly, it seems like a really large book with nothing that's gonna happen to me. That's what it feels like. And like I said, the main male character that has one of the point of views in the book, I am not a fan of his. I really hope that changes because I'm only 24 pages in, but I really like Ren, I just don't like Crew. He seems to he only wants one thing from her, and I just hope he changes. That being said, I'm not gonna read right now. I really hope to read a little bit later, but I do have friends coming over tonight to celebrate our graduation, so we'll see how the reading goes for today.
I have like a few minutes before my friends get here, so I'm gonna read a little bit. It's much later. I'm gonna read a little bit. I'll let you know later how far I get.
Hi friends, it's Friday. I'm probably gonna read a little bit right now, although unfortunately I'm not as into this book as I thought I was. Sorry. This is my stuffing for crochet. Not as into this book as I thought I was gonna be. But I'm gonna give it another try today. So let's see how far I get, and then we'll do a recap probably tomorrow of the total pages and books I read. I will say this book has a very distinct smell, a very book smell, and I love it. I think I figured out why this book has so many pages, and it's that the writing is like Wattpad. There's no indentations, and the every sentence pretty much is separate, so that's why it's so long probably. Okay, I think I've maybe read one page since I last spoke to you, but I kind of have an idea to make me more invested in this book. Of course, whenever I read it, I like it more than when I'm not reading it, but I have so many tabs, right? And I hardly ever annotate anymore because I went through a phase where I heavily annotated, and it kind of killed my love for reading a little bit. I do love annotating, but it became such a task, to get out, because I would also write in the books with a pen, to try and keep my notes neat, and I wanted to end up annotating everything I saw, because with a writer mind, I love lots of different, I love dialogue, I love description, I love foreshadowing, anything like that. I don't have any red, but I have a brownie red. Would that work? Or should I do maybe a gray? Would a gray work? Because I have these flat color ones as well. I don't know. I'm really torn now. Because I feel like annotating this book, since I haven't done it in a long time, I think it could be a lot of fun. I think I've decided that I'm only gonna tab, not write. Well, I always knew that's what I wanted to do. I'm gonna tab in the red tones, I think, and hope for the best. Hope that it looks cute, because I would do it in this gray color, but I literally have one left. I think I used them for Punk 57 because it matched really well with the cover I have. But I think that these reddish ones, the second to the bottom, will look good. So I'm gonna do it just because I found a quote and I was like, maybe I would like to tab this just in case I go back through this book and do end up really loving it. I want to find some of these parts in the beginning that are kind of standing out to me as good when I'm not really loving it to begin with. Anyway, I'll let you know how it goes. I forgot to say this in the beginning, but this book has a playlist, and I really hope that the songs are mentioned within the book, because that's how it was in Punk 57, and I really liked that actually, even though I think I gave the book a 4-star. I think it'd be more of a 3-star in reality. My ranking scale's a little bit whack, but this one has a playlist. I'm gonna show you, and I'm gonna put a tab on it.
Okay guys, I'm getting kind of tired of reading, but I got a decent way through. I think I'm let me see, 106 pages in, and I'm liking it a little bit more now. A little bit. I don't really know how to describe my thoughts on this book. We'll save that for later.
Hello friends, welcome to the recap of my reading for a week video. Please ignore the fan, it is boiling hot today. It is now Sunday, but I will be only counting the pages I read from Friday till Friday. The grand total of pages for the week was 574, which I think is pretty good. And I read 2 books, and I'm in the middle of another one. I'm a lot deeper into A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime now, since I read a lot yesterday, but I'm not going to include that in the video. Now that I'm hardcore back into reading, I think this was a very average reading week for me, and obviously I don't read the fastest, but I do think that I read a lot. Anyway, I really hope you liked this video, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to be a part of my group of besties. You can also check out my last video, which was about my side hustles, if you want to learn more about Redbubble or any of the ways that I make income as a teen living at home. I love you so much.